Leo. Okay. He would be intense. He would be kind of fun, but you know, Leo would probably be okay in a relationship, except for the rage and the instability. But
Mhm.
I think Flynn would be better than him in that regard. Just the passionate. Let's just get it done. The more exciting. He would be better. Flynn would be better than Leo. Jenna would be better, probably at cuddling and having a good intellectual relationship with than Leo. Um, Later on, I will say that TJ would probably actually be the one that you get the emotional closeness with, and he'd be able to do that better than Leo would. Carl would be easier to hang out with than Leo would be. So for me, I think Leo's a pass because everyone just does something better than him. And he's kind of like a jack of all trades, but he's just not very good at any of it. And you got the problem of his violent outbursts that you always have to watch out for. You always got
Yeah.
to deal with that. Always walking on eggshells, and I've had enough of that in my life. So fuck that. But don't fuck Leo. He's in the pass category.
Yeah, looking at Leo, he kind of seems like one of those guys who would be like watching alpha male content
Oh God.
on like YouTube or whatever, and that kind of stuff. So, for those of you who don't know what that is, it's where a bunch of dudes who are terrified that they're itty bitty little peepees, and they're terrified that because they have these itty bitty little peepees, and so they have to drive like enormous like jacked up trucks, and like these are the people where when you're driving behind them they have a pair of balls like on the back of their truck. Those kind of people, or the people who have like 50 guns for no apparent reason, and not because they like collecting guns but because they just want to have 50 guns for some reason.
No, that's
So
more.
those kind of people, the kind of people who work out, who build up lots of muscles, not because they want to be muscular, but instead to sort of like show other people that they're tough, I guess. But that sort of is kind of what I get Leo as. There's the other thing of I think the developers said that if MAGA was a thing, Leo would be wearing a MAGA hat when
He
they were
would
when they started
definitely
on
be a
Echo.
MAGA man.
Yeah, so it's those people who I'm trying not to completely typecast him. So
No mucho inteligente.
Lu- uh, Leo is basically the like jealous boyfriend who can't move on, the jealous ex-boyfriend who can't move. And like literally in Jenna's route, she spends the entire route basically just showing him that Chase isn't his anymore, essentially. So yeah, I mean, granted, there's more things to it than that. Chase has been leading him on a little bit,
Yes.
but only when he's drunk. But still, that's not really an excuse.
Not an
But yeah,
issues.
for me, it's Leo's. Leo's going to be a pass as well.
We both
Um,
pass.
I do
Leo's
not like.
pass.
Yeah, I don't like the whole thing where like someone's like, I gotta constantly be dominant in the relationship. I gotta constantly be in control. I do not like control freaks. That's not
No.
my thing.
We've had those in our
They're
lives. We don't like them.
yeah, yeah. For
We're
those,
trying to escape from them.
yeah. So people who are kind of control freaks, you don't typically want them in your life. They will, because control freaks are okay so long as they get to remain in control and basically do what you want, and basically make you do what they want. The moment you step out of line or you start resisting the control freak is when all the bad shit starts. That's when everything goes downhill rather quick.
The
You start
harassment.
running into problems because that's when they start ratcheting down the control and start ratcheting down the consequences. So
Mhm.
yeah, you typically don't want those. I'm sure if you had someone else who was just as like forceful as Leo, so maybe another Red Wolf, a lady, or well, Leo's gay, so another Red Wolf that's just like Leo.
Yeah.
Maybe they could like get to a 50-50 thing. But
Yeah.
as we see just in Leo's route and how Leo interacts with Chase, it's very much a thing where Leo really wants this relationship to be more like 75-25, maybe 90-25. Leo's happy when Chase is doing what Leo wants. And when Chase shows personal agency, Leo does not really like it.
No.
So, yeah.